to speak to you today. I am Marty McCabe, the General Manager and partner of Ketting Ford. 30 years ago this coming October, my father-in-law and partner Jerry Ketting made an investment in this town. And he made the investment based on the promise of a city steeped in tradition of hard work, anchored by Granite City Steel, now U.S. Steel. There's no more competitive business than the retail car selling business. And competition is good. It's what makes us lace up our shoes every morning. But competition in an uneven playing field undermines the very essence of the game. U.S. Steel Granite City Works is vital to the city, our families, our neighbors, our businesses who rely on its stability for our livelihoods, our futures, and our children's futures. Keep it made in America. Thank you.
All right, makes me want to go out and buy another Ford. Awesome. All right. I wanted to say that some of you probably expected to see Governor Pat Quinn here, and in fact, he had thought he could try to make it, but he had committed months ago also to deliver a commencement address the other side of the state, and finally figured out that it wasn't going to be possible without a time machine to make it from point A to point B. But I know that Governor Quinn has done a lot of great things for steel workers, for the steel industry in this state. I know that there was a lot of American steel that went into the Stan Musial Bridge that just opened not too long ago, and we want to thank him for all of his support and leadership. There are some other folks who are here today. In addition to, and Mayor Hagnauer wanted me to point out that Mayor Ham of Madison and Mayor Eccles of Venice have joined us as well. And I know there's a lot of folks in those communities who work in the mill who depend on it. So thank you, all the mayors, for all of your support and all of your leadership. We really appreciate it. All right. So in Lorain, Ohio, not to put any pressure on Granite City or anything, but in Lorain, Ohio, we were able to do the Gotta Do Something, Stop That Dumping chant 5 times in a row. Do you think we can do it 10 here? Can we do it 10? Okay. Let's do it, and then we're going to welcome after that Congressman Enyart to come out, so let's get it started. I say gotta do something, you say stop that dumping. Here we go. Gotta do something! Stop that dumping! 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 One more time, gotta do something! Stop that dumping! Thank you! All right, let's give a warm welcome to Congressman William Enyart. Congressman Enyart, thank you.
Well, thank you for that warm welcome, and I want to congratulate one of the Lincoln's Challenge cadets. Damon Conejo is from Granite City, went to Granite City High School before he went to Lincoln's Challenge. Great job there, cadets. Everybody appreciates what you did. You know, I went to the ear doctor this morning, and he took a look at my ears, checked my hearing out, and said, well, Bill, your hearing is just fine. Why are you here this morning? I said, Doc, I'm going to a steel rally in Granite City this afternoon. I know my ears are going to be ringing when I get done, so I want to get them checked out now, make sure they're okay. I want to know, what are we here to support? American steel. Who are we here to support? American workers. All right, that's going to be your clue. I'm going to raise one finger and you're going to yell American steel. I'm going to raise 2 and you're going to yell American worker. All right? Now those are the questions that I'm going to ask, that we ask together. What are we here to support? Who are we here to support? Well, we have the answers. We have the answers that need to be heard in Washington. The answers that need to be heard in the capitals of countries that are shipping inferior, underpriced steel to our great nation. When I go back to Washington on Monday, when Congressman Davis goes back to Washington on Monday, I want those answers ringing in our ears. What are those answers? All right, everybody. American steel. American workers. I know you know the answers, but I've got Congressman Davis over here, so I want to give him the answers to the quiz. Now I'm going to ask a series of questions. The answer to the first question will always be American steel. The answer to the second question will always be the American worker. All right, everybody got that?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go on then. Now, before I was a congressman, before I commanded the Illinois National Guard, before I went to college and law school on the GI Bill, and before I even enlisted in the Air Force, I worked on the welding line at Caterpillar, the same plant my dad worked in. What did we build those Caterpillars with? American steel! Who built those tractors? American workers! When we fought and we won World War II, what did we build those ships, those tanks, those guns with? American steel! Who built them? American workers! When we built the interstate highways, we poured the concrete over the rebar. What was that rebar made from? American steel! Who poured that concrete on that rebar? American workers! And when the cars and trucks came rolling off the line in Detroit and in St. Louis and in Kansas City, what were they built with? American steel! And who built them? American workers! When we built the skyscrapers and the bridges and the arch, what were they built with? American steel! And who built them? American workers! And you know, those bridges that travel down the Mississippi, as our nation's symbol, the bald eagle soars overhead. What were they built from? American steel! And who built them? American workers! Well, today, foreign countries are dumping inferior steel below their cost of producing it, dumping it here in our country. Today, we need to stand up for what? American steel! Today, we need to stand up for who? American workers! American goods and products can compete anywhere in the world when it's based on a fair deal. What do we want a fair deal for? American steel! Who do we want a fair deal for? American workers! Are your ears ringing yet? Congressman Davis, is your ear ringing yet? Well, have they heard us in Washington, D.C. yet? Well, let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time so that Washington hears it. Let's do it one more time so that America hears it. Let's do it one more time so that the world hears us. What do we want a fair deal for? American steel! What do we want who do we want a fair deal for? American workers! Doc, my ears are ringing.